Today's yoga with Amy Hauser is a Hatha class that has to do with digestion. We are entering the holiday season. More than entering it, we're smack in the middle of it. And so we are going to go through several basic poses that really help us alleviate tension buildup and actually gradually heal the gut if we continue in these exercises. So when we find ourselves in the midst of parties, overeating, maybe over drinking, not getting really good sleep, trying to digest all the festivities and the activity. It can even be trying to digest memories from holidays gone by. Maybe there's loved ones that you're no longer with, or things are looking different than they used to. I got to see how to straighten this out. We have a lot of things we're digesting during the holidays, and relationships change, traditions can change, location, physicality. And so as we try to take in stresses of the world, or maybe become anxious and we overindulge in the physical, we're under, don't eat well, don't care for our bodies, our gut holds on to that. And so these exercises are great for moving through that. We are going to start this practice today with the intention of, where am I experiencing digestive disruption in my life? Things that I'm having a hard time digesting, swallowing, releasing. And so maybe you go to a gathering and your stomach's off before or after. Grab a hold of some of these moves and integrate them into your regular practice, or just even when you're home before bed or early in the morning. We're going to spend time starting out with just some basic warm-ups and review as well of true north posture for our yoga practice. So you see the 4 lights behind me, just see that as like a heavenly glow or something, because the lighting is necessary. So grab your mat or a rug or something comfortable and join me for this practice today. I look forward to sharing it with you. And as we engage each one of these moves, as we move into the actual digestive practice, really engaging your abdominal muscles helps grow us, strengthen us in that space. So join me on your mat. We're going to start with our true north posture. So if you are on a yoga mat, let's focus on our feet firmly planted on the mat. Toes are closer together, a little gap between the heels. It's as if the outsides of our feet are aligning with the long side of your mat. Rooting down in what we would call all 4 corners of your feet. Just rooting down, balancing. True north is our standard posture that we start our practice with. And so when we have our body properly aligned, right from the start, we're able to really engage the body and then bring this posture into all the other postures throughout the practice. Feet deeply rooted into the earth, pressing down as if I'm trying to split my mat between my feet the long way. So it's as if I'm pulling. That really, feel how that feels incredibly different than just standing there. You're engaging your calf muscles, the outsides of your feet. Inner thighs are rolling in. Body is engaged and active. That is like toning our body when we're doing nothing but maybe standing at the kitchen sink washing dishes or preparing a meal or waiting in line at the market. We can engage our body, engage our muscles in activity. At the same time, our belly button is pressing into our back and up, lifting up through the navel. Our hips, our pelvic is square. So that's like having a bowl, like thinking of your pelvis. Think of the bone structure of the pelvis, and it's a bowl. Our bowl can either be square, and we're not going to tip forward or back. We want our water in our bowl to stay in the bowl. And if I stick my booty out, my pelvis tipped this way, I'm going to spill it out the front. And if I'm swaying my back like this, it's going to tip out the back. I want to square and be a neutral pelvis. Hips and ribs. The ribs are telescoping away from the hips. I'm lifting up, creating space. That belly's tucked in. My shoulders are not rolled forward, but they're back. So those heads of my shoulders come back. The scapula, those shoulder blades, if you will, are pulling down. The bottom tips of my scapula pointing to the back of my heart. Now, this isn't to be rigid, but these are things to remind us of how our structure works. My head is not down, my head is up. It's neutral, looking straight up. Crown of my head reaches towards the sky as I look down through the earth with my feet. And my hands, it's like a power position. This is true north. So all of that, let's just engage that posture, bringing a gentle awareness to each of those, not overthinking, awareness. And then let's engage the Ujjayi breath, that deep breath in the back of the throat, that Darth Vader sound. Just breathe with me here for a moment. Bringing that confident posture, a true north, engaging your breath, awareness, as we remind ourselves of the intention of this digestive sequence. Where am I experiencing digestive disruption? Bringing hands up to the sky, lower down to heart center. 3 sun salutations, head and bottom. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Belly tucked in. Shoulders relaxed, resting down the back. Crown of head reaching forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step back. Lower the knees. Lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, lift to baby cobra. Tailbone reaches towards the feet. Chin forward. Exhale, push back into down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Exhale, inhale, hold and rise. And hands to heart center. Again. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back to high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Elbows tucked tight to the ribs. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Pressing fingers firmly into the mat. Your heels reach towards the back of your mat. Doesn't mean they're there yet, of course. And just pedal out your dog for a moment. Breathing and just coming in to a firm down dog. Booty lifted up to the ceiling. Head relaxed, shoulders wrapped in. Softness in your elbows. Firm grip underneath each fingernail into the mat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Hold. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands to heart center. One more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look forward and step, hop or float to the top of your mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Sun B, settle into chair. Weight in your glutes and your heels. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back. Lower down to chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale to down dog. Right leg floats to the side. Bending the right knee for hip opener. And breathe. Relaxing the neck. Exhale. Leg straightens out, comes all the way through to warrior one. Right foot. On the inhale, rise. That back heel has spun down. My legs are more like hip distance apart. And just inhale in this posture. Exhale, hands down. Step back into plank or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale to down dog. Left foot floats to the sky. And bending that knee for a hip opener on the left side. And breathe. Inhale. Bring that leg through left side, warrior one. Back heel spins down. Inhale. Arms rise. And breathe. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale. Cobra up dog. And exhale to our final down dog. We'll take 3 deep breaths here. Reaching those heels. Reach heels towards the mat. Shoulders wrap in, fingers pressing firmly into the mat. Head hanging loosely between shoulders. Your next inhale, look forward. Exhale, step forward, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, shift. Hands back to heart center. Now we'll begin the process of moving through these 15 poses for our digestive practice. First, we'll start with forward fold. Standing forward fold. I'm going to come to my side. On the inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, arms straight, reaching for the floor. Now, if your hands make it to the mat, that's great. If not, hands can rest on your shins, your ankles, below, or even above your knee if necessary. Belly tucked in this fold posture. We're going to hold each posture for 4 long breaths.
As we're in this fold, my suggestion is that your eyes remain open. And the goal here is not like stretching out the legs. The back, it's great, the spine, it's great, but this is digestive focus. So on your inhale, we're holding our tummy muscles really tight, sucking in. Our breath should ideally be in, both in and out through the nose. Now I like to wrap my hands even around my ankles, kind of just holding. I'm relaxed through the neck. Head hangs loose. Shoulders relaxed, releasing that holiday tension in the neck and the shoulders. And breathe. We're contracting the belly muscle. And I want you to breathe at a pace that's comfortable for you in each of these. I will just call out my last one so you'll know when we're wrapping up. I don't want you focusing on the counting as much as just relaxing through each posture and awareness of your belly. And I want you to bring awareness to ballooning out a diaphragmatic belly breath. And if you're finding yourself breathing shallow in the chest, draw on your inhalation all of that air, all that juicy, yummy oxygen into your belly in the expansion, and then pressing it out with those belly muscles. On your next inhale, expand. On the exhale, release. And then release hands to the floor. And we're going to spread our feet all the way to the edges of our mat. Pointing our feet at 20 degrees. On your inhale, reach your neck forward. And on your exhale, we'll sit back into Malasana or squat. Hands come to heart center. Forearms press into the inner thigh. As we're pressing, we're straightening back. Settling into the deep, restful breath. If you want to go where it's comfortable for you, the goal is for me to straighten my spine. Like, ideally, if my spine were like this, but I'm not there. And it's okay, you be where you are at. As I press through my hands, I'm even feeling there's a pressure in my belly as I hold those lower belly muscles in. And breathe. As we strengthen the muscles and we massage organs, we bring in more oxygen that heals the organs, the digestive tract, the system at work here. They're not used to what we're doing this time of year. From Thanksgiving through New Year's, we're really disrupting our internal and our external routine. Lengthening through the spine. You're strengthening your back muscles here. And believe it or not, you're engaging your abdominal tract. Into your hands and lower down to your shin. Our next pose is Thunderbolt. And Thunderbolt, we're really going to do some deep belly breath. So we're doing that expansion through the belly. When I inhale, I'm expanding my lower belly.
And then I'm gonna press out my breath, this with my mouth open. Hands come and just rest gently on the thighs. Leaning our body ever so slightly forward. I'm opening through the chest. My neck is straight, just like we're doing our true north. And we're just gonna do deep, forceful breaths in and out of our belly as we move forward. So go ahead and start your rounds of this breath. I explain a little bit about what's happening here in the body. As you're forcing air in and out of your lower abdomen, we are massaging this belly. Now, this is a great one to do right after you've eaten, or when you really feel like your body is blocked up and it's not been moving in a few days, to just sit down, rest, soften your eyes, listen to some music, expand the belly, and then force it to close. Go ahead and do a few more rounds. And then we'll move into frog 3 pose. Frog 3, we're going to stay in the same posture of resting our glutes, our buttocks onto our heels. And if you need to care for your knees and sit differently, that's perfectly fine. We're going to, at this one, we're going to take one hand, doesn't matter which one, we're going to make a fist right over our belly, right over our belly button. And with the opposite hand, we're going to cup it around that hand. And we're going to be using our fist, creating some pressure into our belly region. And again, this is just massaging, not hurting, but we're massaging our belly. With the hand in a fist and then cupping over, lean over that fist. So now we've got pressure on this fist, and it might feel a little uncomfortable. I want you to go where you feel a tension, but not pain. The neck is reaching straight forward. The crown of the head is reaching for the opposite wall, the wall in front of you. And on your inhale, press in. And on your exhale, release. Inhale, press in. Exhale, release. I want you to switch it up. On your inhale, stay softened, and on your exhale, press in. So inhale, and on exhale. Going to do bowing mudra, yoga mudra. So my hands are going to come behind my back. We're going to stay in this posture, lean forward, just like we did in frog. Only this time, as my head is still reaching forward. So my forehead is not resting on the mat, but it's with a neutral spine. On my inhale, fingers are interlaced, arms rise up. It's very important to keep a neutral spine here, not cranking your head up, but looking straight ahead. My arms are coming back to a comfortable place as I'm in this bowing yoga mudra posture. Now, a little trick to getting your arms up higher is take your shoulder head, the heads of those shoulders we talked about earlier, and press them towards the mat. It's literally reaching them towards the mat in front of you. And it's much safer on your neck versus being tension here. Release and hold.
And breathe. Engage your belly, your abdomen muscles. Draw your awareness to what the abdomen is doing in this posture. We're going to feel a tightness and a tension, and that's the whole thing. Relax. And on the inhale, lower your arms back toward the tailbone. Release them to the mat. And push yourself. Next, we're going to do twisting pose. Twisting pose, their sit bones firmly on the mat. Left leg comes out straight and active. I'm engaging my foot. Right foot crosses over to the outside and rests on the outside of the left knee. My left arm comes up and over, is placed on the mat, hopefully near your left knee, or it can be wrapped around towards your hip bone. Right arm comes back behind. The pressure, I'm gently twisting my spine. Twisting, bending, stretching, reaching, all engage our abdominal muscles. On the inhale, I rise up through the spine. And on my exhale, I twist. Ever so gently. So you're getting a little pressure on your belly. A little bit of pressure in the twist. That's where we're putting our focus. Yes, our spine matters, but our twisting the belly is what we're focusing. Just soften the eyes, listen to the music. Inhale. Exhale is where our twist is. To the point that is comfortable, you're engaging deciding organs, moving fluid. Aiding our digestion. Making just more focused on the abdominals than anything else. And gently release. We'll do the same on the other side. Right leg comes out straight, left leg bends. Placing the foot on the outside. Straight, lengthening through the spine. Right arm comes up. Reaches for the outside of that left knee. So that's helping with the twist. And come down to the mat. Left hand back. And gently twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Allowing that left thigh to press a little discomfort into the belly, the abdomen. And breathe. Massaging as we twist our internal. It's on that inhalation, we might want to create space so our belly can expand and we want to move that thigh. But the goal is to pull that in so they're pressing against each other. There's a natural massage. Aiding in our digestive.
Into bend angle, forward fold. Bound angle, forward bend. From this pose, I'm going to take both my feet together. So right now, soles of my feet are together. Whatever is comfortable. Some people like it really close in, gives a little more movement. Some really need it out. For me, I actually have a right hip bone structure issue, and that can be really painful for me. I have to know my limits. And actually, when I play around, putting my feet closer in to my body is more comfortable. And bound angle forward bend. Let's first just get a hold of our feet. Our hands can rest on the outside of the legs. I sometimes like to take my elbows and press as I hold my feet, press my knees towards the earth as I lengthen through the spine. And just breathe in this posture. As I have a slight bend in my hips, like I'm reaching forward just a little bit to start extending through the spine, lengthening through the spine. I can feel some pressure on that. Now we'll take our arms straight up and reach forward and bend to the degree that is comfortable for you. And breathe in this posture. Again, awareness on the belly. What are your abdominal muscles doing? Contracting, expanding, and experiencing pressure. Stay with that discomfort. Breathe through the discomfort. And find your peace, find your joy here. Next pose is half forward lunges. So in this posture, we bring our knees together. Let's take that right leg, tuck it under the left. So that foot is coming near that left hip. Then the left leg is going to cross over. So it's kind of, for some, this is shoelace. Half forward of the fishes. Left hand will come back behind us to support our spine. So we can be erect and upright. Right arm rises up, comes across that left knee. This time the hand comes towards that left foot. So it's feeling really tight in the area. Lengthen through the spine and twist gently to your left. Lengthening and engaging the glutes, engaging the abdominal muscles as I gaze over my left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. And just breathe at a gentle, rhythmic pace. In through the nose and out. Adjust in any way that suits you. But that you're really feeling the tension here. Bound up. And left foot reaches towards the right hip. Right leg crosses over. Sitting tall, right hand comes back behind. Left arm reaches to the side. In this twisting posture, right now I'm engaging my arms.
Even just left arm comes to the left knee. Or left or right foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, gently twist. Oh, it's tight on the belly. For me, it's tight on the belly. And can I just rest and relax in this posture? Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twisting. Gentle, slow, rhythmic breaths. Eyes soften. We can just take in the music as the discomfort comes. And make adjustments accordingly for your body. What feels tight, what needs to be shifted ever so slightly. Yet not be in pain. There's no pain. There are edges you can look at. Respond. And next, we're going to move into cat-cow. Hands directly beneath shoulders, knees hip distance apart, feet pressing into the mat. On our inhale, we sink our belly down. It's very important as we're doing cat-cow in this particular series or sequence that we are acutely aware of what our abdominal muscles are doing, more than we are our spine. Of course, we want our hands ready down, our shoulders strong, everything engaged, but the focus is on the inhale, heart reaches forward as we sink through our belly down. Inhale, spine curves, belly pulls in tight, 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 tight. Exhale. Inhale. Heart reaches forward, spine drops. Exhale, curve. Inhale, reach forward. And go ahead and just move through this posture on your own rhythm as you engage your ab muscles, massaging all of your organs, all of your muscles, all the connected tissues. Coming back to a neutral spine. Our next posture is cobra. Hands directly under shoulders, up into your plank position. Lower down chaturanga towards the knee. Inhale, hands are just right on the outsides like of your chest. Inhale, rising up into cobra. And we're holding this cobra for a while. So I'm going to talk you through that posture and what works for you. Modify in any way that's important for your body. Listen to what your body says. My feet are pressing into the mat. My baby toes are pressing into it. My tailbone, it's not that my glutes are engaged as much as my tailbone reaches toward my feet as my chest. My heart reaches forward. Be strong through the shoulders, open through the collarbone. And breathe. And here your focus will be on both your lower and your upper ab muscles. One's reaching down towards the mat on the lower. while the upper is reaching towards the sky. So you're feeling a stretch here. But what's most important is that your spine is not weak. So hold this for as long as your body says it's up. Through the elbows, strengthening through your fingertips. Shoulder blades pulling down your spine. And then I think the best way to get out is to push back into a child's pose. Listen to your back and what's best for you. And meet us in child's pose. Forehead resting on the knee. You just kind of shake your booty a little bit from side to side. Hands come back underneath your shoulders, press back, and meet me on your back for half wind release. Gently lowering onto our backside. Right leg comes up into the chest. Left leg is active or engaged. Hands clasped just below the knee. Pull the right shin into your right armpit. On that inhale. Exhale, slide it in towards your chest. So now we're pressing into the right side of our abdomen. Chin is tucked. I engage my biceps. You don't engage your biceps a whole lot in yoga. I like to engage my biceps, pulling my shoulder blades towards the mat, pulling in. And just hold this as you breathe for 4 rounds. Deep rhythmic breath. And release. Straightening up the right leg. Left leg comes in. Press into the left shoulder. And on the exhale, slide it towards the center. Chin tucked in. Shoulder blades pulling towards the mat as we engage our biceps. Hold that left knee really on the shin into the belly and breathe. Relax through your tailbone, your spine changes. The goal is everything's level and pressing flat into the mat. Both feet are active. And breathe. Now, you know, I'm hearing my belly doing some gurgling, which I think is a really good sign. The things are just moving. And lovely to the back. Moving into full wind release. Both legs come up and hugging those in. I like to lift my neck. I'm reaching across. The goal is put your hands, you know, even on opposite elbows, but whatever is attainable to you. What's most important? My neck settles back into the mat, relaxed and pressing. So right now I'm shifting my shoulder blades, reaching them towards the mat, pulling in and breathing. Intentional inhalation and exhalation with the belly. Forceful but rhythmic breathing. Legs back down to the mat. Arms come out to a T. In a revolving supine twist. Knees come up to a 90-degree angle. And both knees fall to the right. As our gaze is towards our left knee. Shoulder blades on the mat and breathe. Again, engaging the belly, not the chest breath, but deep, ballooning, diaphragmatic breath. Adjust wherever you need to. So come up to your edge and avoid pain. Where can you relax even a little deeper as you pay attention to? Next inhale, bring the knees back to the center. And on your exhale, lower both knees to the left. Gaze down your right knee. Great. Next inhale, bring the knees back to center. Arms now will come in support of our lower back for plow. Legs go straight up to the sky. I take my hands and press into the mat. And then supporting my lower back. Rise up. Reaching for the ceiling with my toes. Then on your exhale, feet reach back behind the head in plow. Now, if this is accessible, stay in this posture. Our head remains completely still. Hands are in support of the lower back. Feet can be tucked or straight. And breathing in to the abdomen. Now, this can get really uncomfortable. But then focus on the breath. Allow the spine to just relax. It's created for the most amazing postures when we trust it and relax and rest. Now, some people like to lower their knees back by their ears. That's fine too. But just, wow, we're here. And breathe. And on the next inhale, raise one leg at a time, belly engaged to support the spine. Bending at the knees. Gradually, one vertebra at a time, rolling our spine back to the staying in this reclined posture, we're going to do reclined bound angle. So this time, as our soles of our feet come together, it's like butterfly. Wherever there's a comfortable position for you, trying to keep our spine flat on the mat, soles of feet together, hands just gently resting on the inner thighs, and breathe. In this particular posture, we're being very intentional with the breath, forceful in and out, yet gentle and rhythmic in flow. Beginning to quiet for the conclusion of our practice evening. You've been very intentional about your breath work, allowing your breath to massage and heal all of your internal organs in support of your digestive system. We'll move into Shavasana for just a few moments. You can stay in this reclined bound angle or butterfly posture, or if it's more comfortable for you, just extending your legs wide on your space, perhaps allowing your arms to just come out and open up. Thank you for joining me on that today in this digestive series. Postures, of poses, of shapes of our body that aid in the digestion during this very busy season. And whether this season is filled with absolute joy and celebration and abundance for you, or if you find yourself trying to digest difficult circumstances and relationships and memories, yet still trying to be joyful for the season of remembrance. Care for your body. Know that you are so loved, and in return, love yourself. Just taking a moment to appreciate our organs, muscles, our entire beautiful, intricate system that makes us beautifully, uniquely us. And that we are coming into agreement with our body and our Creator that says you are beautiful, you are enough, regardless of what you're facing, full of joy or sprinkled with disappointment and sadness. That you are held and you are seen. To maybe bring these postures back into remembrance when your belly feels off, and just nurture your body.
Thank you for joining me on your mat today for this sequence. It's been a pleasure. Namaste.